Hey everyone, welcome to our live chat. I am Heather and we are here for you each and every day, Monday through Thursday, and then starting at 8 a.m. and then 8, 10, 12, 2, and 4. And then on Fridays, we're here 8 to 10, although we won't be here this Friday because it is a holiday. Hello, Candy, how are you? Good to see you. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Every time we do this, I love going through the basics, what you get, all of that. And every time I do the noon, I like to do a natural look. So if you are new to Luminous and you are waiting for your starter kit, it might look like this. And this has 2 bottles of foundation. It also has Love and a blush. It also, the Love is a hydrating illuminator, meaning it's going to give you a little bit of a luminosity, not necessarily a shine. It's just going to grab that light. And the blush is super high pigmented, so we're going to talk about that too, because you only need drops at a time for that. And then this is what I want you to do when you get started and when you first get it, because a lot of people we hear will get the system and they get nervous and they don't know what to do. Hey, Connie. Hey, Tamberly. Good to see you. They don't know what to do when they get it. And so get it out and plug it in. It comes put together. And so all you have to do is plug it into the power and then start airbrushing, meaning turn it on and there is air that comes out. And so you can just feel it on your face. That's practicing. And so make sure that you do keep your stylus moving, that you're going to stay about 4 finger widths away from your face and barely pull back on the trigger. That is what we definitely want you to do, because you're not putting this on like traditional makeup. So you don't want to see it go on. And you're going to be just barely pulling back, barely letting it be sprayed on your face, almost to the point where you're going to question whether or not it's even coming out. And I know that sounds weird, but it's the truth. All right. All right. Hey, Jeannie, did I say hi to everybody? I can't even remember. I need more coffee. All right. So I'm going to get out, even though we're going to do a natural look, I am going, what do I want to use? I don't know. I mean, I got a lot of that coverage. Let's go ahead and go with Glow. I'm going to go with Glow. Hey, Deborah, how are you? And I'm going to put a couple of drops, maybe 3, 1, 2, 3, right there. So I'm going to use Glow as a highlighter, but I'm going to use it to cover my dark lids and underneath my eyes. So I can go in, I turn it on, I feel that air. Nothing is being released until I pull back on the trigger. Oh, let me set up my little mirror real quick so I don't have to keep moving. All right, so I have this out. I can go a little bit on my lids. Now I did get a little hot spot here, so I'm just gonna tap that off, tap it out, tap it out. And now I can spray underneath my eyes. Now, is this how strong I want it for my highlight? No, I want to go a little bit more, but I go back to create, to get it to that point. So your passes are how you get the coverage and how you get the intensity of the pigment. So if you were doing eyeshadow or something like that, I'm even going to use it to kind of cover some things too. All right. And now, because Jeannie is on, I'm going to use the Summertime Blush, which is our favorite. And so I'm going to go in, and now I am using 2 different blushes. In your starter kit, you might only receive, or you will only receive 1, but our blush is super high pigmented, meaning it does intensify after it's on for a little bit. However, because I'm mixing these 2 and natural is more neutral, I'm kind of okay. So a couple of things. When you're first starting out, I'm going to mix these 2 together. When you first start out, if you want to put blush on first before Jeannie, I do love it. If you want to put blush on first before airbrushing your foundation, that is a great way to blend it out once you're getting used to it, okay? So I'm going to go in. You can also mix a drop of Love, a drop of your foundation into it as well. If it comes in a bottle like this, whether it's this size or the 0.50 size, you can mix it together. So don't think that you have to do Love or you have to do, if they come in an airbrush bottle, you can mix all of our airbrush products together. All right. So I have my blush on. And now I'm going to do my foundation. So I'm shaking up my Silk 4-in-1. And I am going to do a natural look. And so being that it is a natural look, that's why I'm doing the blush first. And then I'm going to airbrush over it. All right. So now I can go in, make my pass, lightly spraying. So, and I'm in charge of the spray, right? I'm in charge over what's being released because my finger is on the trigger. You want very little to come out. One time we had finished and somebody right before I ended was like, get closer to the camera next time. We can't see it. And I'm like, that's exactly right. You don't actually see it go on. It actually should just kind of change in front of your eyes. Because that's what I remember when we had another makeup artist here. I would watch her and I'm like, it doesn't even look like she's spraying anything. But that's exactly how we want it. It should just kind of look like magic in the fact that it just starts, the skin just starts looking perfect. All right. There we go. So I have my blush, my foundation. I did a little bit of highlight underneath. And so if I want to step it up and do a little more of a, you know, put something on my eyes, there's a couple of things that you could do. So I could add, and this is what I have been doing in the past, is just add that blush on my lid as well. And then that way it does give you, get this one out. It does give you some color on the eye, and then you can go in, put a little bit of eyeliner with it if you wanted to, or even put mascara on just from there. But I'm gonna go in, and I'm gonna do a very light brown, or kind of it's a light brown for me. It's more medium probably. And I'm using the Nude and Knotty palette, and I'm gonna use this one right there. And I'm going to blend. Oh, Deborah, you might, if the track is off, you might need to like go out and then come back in. If there's a delay in my voice. I'm like one of those old Chinese movies where they're like, and then you hear the voice. I actually take Juice Plus. It does look, it's in that in-between stage. And so I think it depends on how I fix it that day. Well, yesterday I also wore it back. All right, so I have the darker shade on, but it's not, whoa, hold on. I dropped my lotion. It's not blended how I want it. So you can go and do this where like you put it on, and then I took a paper towel, not paper, a Kleenex, and I'm cleaning my brush, and now I'm going in and I'm just blending. Now I'm going to take a flat. Let's work. So what one do we want to do? We'll do this one. I'm going to take a flat eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to come in with I'm actually mixing a matte and a shimmer together, but both very neutral, and I'm going to put that towards the inside and push it out so it will fade to that darker color. Make sense? Amber, good to see you. Did I say hi to you? Guys, I can't even remember who I'm saying hi to. That's awful. All right, I'm going to go a little bit, this side seems a little bit lighter, so I'm going to just make this one a little bit darker and blend. I really like where it's blended so well, like you honestly don't know where one color begins and the other one ends. And then if you want it a little bit lighter or need to blend it a little bit more, just go back with the lighter color and blend that over. Like that. And then I'll still go back with my bigger blending brush and blend that. Like that. So two very neutral colors, a neutral brown or a neutral off-white. And then, hey, Terry, good to see you. Neutral here, because remember, lightness is going to open, darkness is going to close up, and then very neutral here. And then I just blended them all together. So you can top off with some eyeliner, or just add mascara, and then you're good to go. We can always do our lip jelly. If all else fails, lip jelly it. Because that is also going to be on the neutral side. If you wanted to step it up where most everything is neutral, and then you have a pop of color on the lips, you can do that with our lip liners or a lipstick or a vinyl slick liquid lipstick, whatever you prefer, and even put the lip jelly on top of that. It's going to give you that amazing high gloss shine while still conditioning your lips. It is a plumper, so it's going to feel like you ate a whole bunch of Red Hots, but it's going to feel amazing. So hello, Luminous, how are you? And so there you go. Bam, bam. Now, the other thing is you can powder when you're done. I don't always feel the need to powder. In fact, I rarely do, but I used to do it more earlier on. You know how we all go through cycles about, I'm a powder girl now I'm not. I'm a shimmer girl now I'm not. So you can powder. After you powder, I'm going to use our translucent powder. And what I end up doing is this. Now keep in mind, because I mixed the tulip and the natural blush does have some shimmer to it. It does have a little bit of that shimmer. And so maybe I don't want all of that to go away. So you can powder in certain areas and not take away that shimmer. So basically I can powder around the blush and not mess up the shimmer that I have going on with the blush. Does that make sense? All right. All right. And there you go. There you go. And keep in mind, guys, we have 5 different blushes. We have tulip, soft rose, apricot, plum, and natural. Yeah. And they are amazing. So if you want to try other ones, I mean, obviously this natural, you can mix with other ones. So in fact, I think Candy, we were talking about, you can mix natural for darker skin tones. You can mix the natural in with the plum because the plum is a deeper blush. And so you can do that as well. So again, if it comes in an airbrush bottle, you can mix it. So if you're looking at colors and you're like, oh, I like this color, maybe this color, mix it together. You can use it as an eyeshadow. You can use it as a blush. There's so many different things that you can do. It opens up your makeup because you can have different uses for it. All right? All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Oh, Brenda, just saw your question. Brenda asked, do you use both primer and Velvet Veil? Well, Brenda, Velvet Veil is a primer. So if you are talking about a moisturizer, you can use a moisturizer first and then put the Velvet Veil on and then airbrush. But your Velvet Veil is a primer. I'll use my AM lotion and let that settle. Then I'll use my Velvet Veil and then airbrush over that. So there you go. Jeannie says, I feel like the natural blush barely toned down the other blushes. Maybe we'll try it. Maybe I'll have to find I'll find my plum somewhere and we'll mix it at the 2 o'clock. We'll mix it in with, I'll mix it in with the plum and the natural together and we'll see how that goes. All right. Jeannie, you should know you're the mixologist. So, all right, guys, thank you so much. Remember, we'll be back here at 2 o'clock to continue with our airbrush and luminous questions. Okay, bye for now, guys. Thank you again.